It's been 8.5 years since we have gotten to perform together.
True.
So we had to remember everything, but it had been 5 years since we even saw each other. So this has been really fun for us to put back together. So it's great to be with you. I want you guys, I've gotten to know Nate, so we're going to take turns talking a little bit about ourselves. I want to give you guys a chance to hear a little bit about Nate, what life is like for you these days.
Right, well, I appreciate the opportunity to speak a little about myself, but I got to be honest with you guys, it's kind of a unique season for me. I'm coming out of a long-term relationship. I just broke up with someone, actually. For starters, it was 2 years ago, but pandemic kind of really plays with the mind.
Pandemic timing just doesn't count, yeah.
It does weird things to them. And breakups are tough. I think we can all agree that. And whether you guys might break up with someone someday, or someone you know or love might break up with someone, I wanted to come here tonight especially to give you 2 tips on if you have to break up with someone. There's 2 tips because if you don't do it right, it can go really wrong. 2 tips. The first tip, if you or someone you know has to break up with someone, is stick to the script. Stick to the script. Some of you guys, I can already see by your puzzled expressions, you're thinking, how do I know what's the script? What's the script? Great question. Thanks for asking. Script has been around since the dawn of time. It's been uttered in many different languages. Help me out with it here because you know it. Finish it for me. You look it down and with deep sorrow in your tone, you say, I think we should. I think just be friends, start seeing other people, just break up. That's what I heard. Yeah, it's the most direct operation.
I'm not messing around with that one.
Getting to the point.
I think we should never see each other again.
Yeah. Also,
I don't even want to be your friend.
Yeah. Wow, here we go. Stick to the script. And I'll tell you guys, if you don't stick to the script, bad things can happen because I know I did not stick to the script. As a matter of fact, I crumpled up the script, tossed it, and created my own manifesto. I thought the line with which I broke up with someone was a great outlet for my creativity. I would confirm that that is not the case. And I'll tell you what I said to another human on this planet. Keep this in mind. Another person walking amongst us had to receive these words on my behalf. This is what I said to break up with someone. I have some sad news. I'm going to be stepping down from the role of being your boyfriend. I'll say it again in case you passed out. I'm stepping down from the role of being your boyfriend. I realized saying it now, I probably should have just given her my 2 weeks. Feels like that formality would have been just as good. But it was a wreck because I did not stick to the script. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2. This is a really important tip, maybe the most important tip, really. Tip number 2, don't overdo it. If you got to break up with someone, don't overdo it. Rip it off like a Band-Aid, short, it's tough, you just got to do it. Again, what happens if I don't overdo it? Well, I happen to have experience with that as well. For example, instead of just breaking it off, having a short conversation being done, you could have a 2-hour dinner over chicken tenders and hear about updates on people you won't see ever again. That was something I chose to do.
Sounds delightful.
It was, the chicken was in fact good, but the experience there was tough because it puts you in a tough position. And the tough position I was in was to answer a question she had 2 hours in. Now, she asked this question, and up until this point, I'd never lied to her. She asked this tough question, and she said, eating her chicken tenders, hey, do you think they know? I said, what? She said, the wait staff and the servant, do you think they know that, we're breaking up? So I had a choice. I could either say the same thing that any human would say, No, are you kidding me? They serve people all the time. They got a lot on their plate. They're not doing. No, they don't know. Or I could tell her the truth. Since I tend to work in comedy, I just lean in that direction. I said, well, she said, what are you saying? I was like, well, I mean, tonight I made a reservation for us here. She said, yeah. I said, hi, I'd like a table for 2. If we could have a corner booth.
That's good. Get the corner.
And we won't need much service because I'll be breaking up with someone. I thought It sounded good in my brain at the time.
It's right there beside your name in their reservation book.
I thought it would be a way to consider giving us some space. Clearly, not the best idea. She took that news actually rather well, which was nice, because I thought that could have been really difficult. The tough part for me, the weirdest exchange from that whole interaction, wasn't actually with who is now an ex-girlfriend, but rather the server who took my phone call when I made that decision to tell her. Because I had said, again, hi, can I have a reservation, table for two? Would please have a corner booth? And then I said, I won't need much service, but got that out of the way. And then to end the phone call, I said, okay, so can we make it for 6? And she said, 6 people? 6 people, yeah. We're going to get her folks in on it, my folks in on it. We'll get everybody together so we can be a part of us coming apart. Why don't we do that? So that's what it's been like being me. It's, interesting season, dating, not dating, being around. But thank you for asking and getting to know a little bit about me.
Well, I'm sorry if I just put you in a depressed stupor. I hope you can still perform comedy now that we've heard all about your breakup.
Yes. I'll get past it somehow for everybody here.
Let's give it up for Nate. Let's give him a warm welcome to Salem, Ohio.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Excited to be here.
So my life is a little different. I'm no longer in the dating game.
That's what I hear.
But that doesn't mean that everything's always smooth sailing in my household. I have a theory that being a parent requires about 90% of your brain.
Sure.
Which leaves about 10% for everything else. That's work, that's groceries and feeding the entities in the home. That's yard work and chores and things like that. Which means other things have had to take a back seat. My hygiene has taken a nosedive, all right? I'll be honest. I'll prove it to you,
No, that's, we got a lot of show.
No takers? Okay, all right. Well, after the show, you can come sniff me. So some days in my household, it's utter chaos. And we'll realize that it's, 11:30 p.m. and nobody's eating dinner because we don't have anything. The kids are gnawing on the furniture. Why are they still awake? It's just chaos.
Yeah.
So we go, okay, well, we can't put them to bed like this. We got to get some food into their system. You go over to the fridge. You open it up. What do we have? We're rustling through things. How many of you have been there before? I've got to eat something. What do we have? We're rustling. Why do we have 3 things of mustard? They're the same. It's identical. They're all open. I don't understand.
You don't know. You
push them out of the way. You find something. Mm-hmm. We come out with ground turkey. Now, this is a true story. We come out with ground turkey. Good. We look at each other with excitement. Great. We'll have turkey tacos. We've got the other stuff, right? We'll just throw together some turkey tacos. You open it up. You give it the old sniff test, right?
Okay.
We don't deal with expiration dates in my household.
No numbers. Just,
feel it out. Frankly, I don't trust the guy who puts the number on the package anyways, right?
No.
I trust the old schnoz, okay? So I'm going with the sniff test. You open it up, give it a sniff. I'll be honest, it was like a C+. Okay, not the freshest smelling thing I've ever smelled, but C+ is a passing grade. Okay,
That's true.
So you throw it in the pan, which we did. We threw it in the pan. A couple minutes go by. It's sizzling.
Yeah.
It's crackling.
Okay.
We're getting excited. Mouth is watering. Then you smell it, and you realize maybe C+ was generous. Okay. Now keep in mind, this is a true story. We decide collectively with the smoke billowing into the kitchen, the stench is growing, we're not doing this. Okay, we take it, we throw it out, we take the L on that one, but then I have a thought. So my wife looks at me, what are we going to do? And I say, never fear. I remember, this is how I talk to her. I recall seeing ground beef in the freezer downstairs. And she says, oh, my hero. Yes, it's the whole thing. Yeah. So, you don't think so? You don't believe me? Oh, I don't. My own daughter, you see it every day, don't you? So I go downstairs to the freezer to retrieve said ground beef. Now, if you have a freezer in your basement or in your garage, wherever, you know that it is a magical place. Everything
Yes.
is in that freezer.
Oh, everything.
You've got your frozen pizza.
Yeah.
You got your soft pretzels.
Sure.
You got 24 ice packs that you'll never use.
That's probably true.
You know, maybe if we take a road trip from here to Alaska through Canada, maybe we'll use that many ice packs. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they're in there, and we're not throwing them away. Who throws away an ice pack? We might need it someday. So, I digress. I open it up. I find the ground beef. I am thrilled. I pick it up. I'm walking back across my house and upstairs the whole time just thinking, you know what, she's going to be so excited. She's going to heap praise on me and give me the bear hug of a lifetime. I can't wait to make her so proud that I was able to forage this ground beef. And I burst through the door and I hand her the ground beef. Look what I found for you. And she takes it from me, takes one look, looks at me and says, honey, these are chopped carrots. And I look at them and I look at her and I say, you are right. Those are chopped carrots. Now, what were we going to do now? Now, that wasn't even the thing that bothered me most, was that we were starving. The thing that bothered me most was that I had this in my hand for quite some time, I think, before I realized, and actually never realized, that they were in fact chopped carrots. Now I know that veggie burgers are a thing, but this is not what we had in mind. We are now vegetarians.
There we go.
So
oh, man. Thank you, Brian, for
Thank
sharing
you.
that.
Yes.
Wow.
That is my life.